When most of us think about like upgrading our TV, we usually just measure the TV stand, right? We worry about whether the new 65-inch is going to clear the living room bookshelf.
Yeah, a little rearranging, maybe buying a new wall mount. I mean, it's an exercise in inches. It's manageable.
Right. But step into the world of true, no compromises home cinema, and suddenly you're not measuring your furniture anymore. You're measuring your architecture.
Oh, absolutely. You're entering the territory of, will this even fit through the front door?
Exactly. And welcome to today's deep dive, where you and I are going to explore what it actually takes to build a truly massive home theater. We're looking at a single product page today from HDTVSupply.
Right. The Draper 254-249 SC Profile Plus Fixed Frame Screen.
Yeah, that one. Okay, let's unpack this. Because we are basically talking about putting a highway billboard inside your living room.
I mean, that's really not an exaggeration. It's 132 inches diagonally.
Wait, wow.
Yeah. 52 inches high and 122 inches wide.
That is a 2.35.1 CinemaScope aspect ratio, right? Like the ultra-wide format they use for major theatrical releases.
Yep, exactly.
So we are talking about a canvas over 10 feet wide. For context, that's essentially the size of a 3-seat sofa mounted flush to your wall. How do you even, get something that massive through a standard front door? Or up a staircase?
Well, you don't. High-end design really has to solve for installation. If you're ordering a continuous surface that massive, you can't exactly maneuver it up a stairwell or fit it in an elevator.
Yeah, no way.
Which is why a display like this ships completely unassembled. You're essentially receiving a highly engineered canvas stretcher that you build inside the actual theater room.
But wait, assembling a 10-foot canvas yourself without it tearing or sagging, that sounds like a total nightmare. I mean, even a millimeter of sag on a surface that large would completely distort the image.
Oh, for sure. And that's where the engineering comes in. They use this clever sliding hook and loop system to attach the viewing surface to the frame.
A hook and loop system.
Yeah, it's not just about snapping it into place, it's about tension. Along with extruded aluminum baffles, this system pulls the viewing surface drum-tight across the lightweight frame.
Oh, wow.
It guarantees a perfectly flat, zero-edge display once it's up.
Okay, but once you've successfully built this 10-foot wall in your room, you've basically created a completely new problem. You've just blocked exactly where your main speakers are supposed to go.
Right, because if you place speakers way off to the far sides of a 10-foot screen, the audio completely detaches from the visual.
Right. It would look like the actor is talking in the middle, but the sound is coming from the hallway.
Exactly. So to preserve the illusion that the sound is coming right from the actor's mouth,
Yeah.
you have to hide the speakers directly behind this, just like a commercial movie theater.
And I guess that's why this specific screen uses a material called ClearSound NanoPerf XT1000V.
Got it. What's fascinating here is that it's an acoustically transparent material. They punch thousands of microscopic holes, nanoperforations into the fabric.
So the sound waves from your hidden speakers just pass right through into the room.
Exactly.
But hold on, here's where it gets really interesting to me. I have to push back on this a little bit.
Okay, go for it.
If you're punching thousands of holes into a projector screen, aren't you kind of ruining the picture? Like, this screen costs $3,670 today.
Yeah, it's an investment.
But the specs specifically list 1080p as the supported resolution. In a world totally obsessed with 4K and 8K, why would anyone drop nearly $4,000 on a 1080p rated screen?
Well, that really comes down to the literal physics of light and perforated fabric.
Really? How so?
So a 4K projector throws an incredibly dense grid of tiny pixels. When those tiny pixels hit a surface covered in microscopic holes, the light starts to scatter and bleed through the perforations.
So the holes are physically interfering with the pixel density.
Yes, exactly. At standard home theater viewing distances, achieving perfect acoustic transparency means those nanoperfs are large enough that they actually start to compromise the ultrafine detail of a 4K image.
Oh, I see.
So for this specific acoustic material, 1080p is the optimal optical threshold.
That makes total sense. It really highlights how designing a room around this screen isn't like tossing a regular TV in your digital shopping cart. You are making a permanent architectural commitment.
And a rigid financial one, too. The fine print on HDTVSupply for this Draper screen is uncompromising. It is a special order item.
Right. Strictly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable. Once you click buy, you own it.
Which, makes the customer reviews pretty interesting to look at. You really see the reality of buying professional-grade gear. On one hand, Samuel S. leaves a glowing 5-star review calling them the best.
But then you have John M., who noted that while the staff successfully answered his technical questions, they were, quote, less than friendly.
Yeah, it's a very direct business-first transaction. They aren't holding your hand. They are supplying industrial-grade AV equipment to people who are supposed to know exactly what they are building.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Basically, building a theater at this level means committing to the extreme edge of home cinema.
It really does. You're dealing with massive scale solved by clever shipping and tension frames, and balancing the physics of acoustic transparency to preserve that true movie theater illusion.
And of course, a strictly non-refundable $3,600 investment. It really is the ultimate dedication to the art of the movie-watching experience. Which leaves you with an interesting hypothetical to think about. If you had to permanently dedicate an entire wall in your house to a single 132-inch display that you could never, ever return.
No returns allowed.
What is the one piece of media you would want to experience on it first?